They speak of nature. They speak of the past, the present, and the future. They speak of a future rich in culture, a future of clear skies, of clean water, of forests alive, and of nature in abundance. Their voices speak, and we hear them. This is a story of Fairmont Mayakoba, a grand vision of elegance surrounded by nature. It is also a story of how, in developing this luxurious Mexican resort, massive and successful efforts were made to not only minimize the development's impact on this slice of paradise it calls home, but to also create a sustainable model for years to come. This is also the story of Sian Ka'an, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with whom Fairmont has partnered to promote an amazing ecotourism experience. Fairmont Mayakoba, located on the Yucatan Peninsula, is at the heart of Mexico's Riviera Maya. The resort's 401 guest rooms, including 34 suites, are located in a traditional low-rise hotel building and clustered throughout the property in 90 two-story casitas, each with 2 to 4 rooms, and each offering guests an extraordinary and memorable view. This, coupled with a determined environmental program, is what makes Fairmont Mayakoba unique. Most of Fairmont's environmental initiatives happen behind the scenes, in the day-to-day operations. Some, like the very layout, are in plain view. And others, like their partnership with Community Tours Sian Ka'an, can be enjoyed by their guests.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alberto. Are you ready for the adventure to Sian Ka'an? Yeah. Okay.
Here, a group of guests prepare for a day-long excursion to Sian Ka'an, a day that will bring them face to face with both the great ecological beauty of this part of the world and the magnificent cultural heritage reflecting the 20 centuries that the Mayan people have lived on the peninsula.
Today, we are going to a very important protected area called Sian Ka'an, which means where the sky is born or the
As part of the World Heritage Alliance for Sustainable Tourism, Fairmont Mayakoba has led the efforts by partnering with Community Tours Sian Ka'an, a Mayan community-based tour operator, in order to promote sustainable tourism in the Sian Ka'an Biosphere Reserve. From the earliest days of planning the Mayakoba development, this kind of dedication to the environment and the local people was evident. Measuring some 1,600 acres, 590 of which are on the seaside of the coastal highway, the development of Mayakoba, which means in Mayan, city on the water, was designed to minimize environmental impact. In fact, the Mexican government authorized construction in 1998 only after agreement that 40 environmental conditions be met. The main objective of Mayakoba was to create a sustainable ecological and economical model that will allow the development to prosper for years. Construction started in 2003 and includes a canal system that winds throughout the property and a world-class golf course. Fairmont Mayakoba rejected the traditional model of resort construction and elected to preserve the fragile and endangered ecosystem zones like coastal dune and mangrove. This resulted in the main infrastructure of the resort being built behind the endangered ecosystems on more stable ground, offering better protection in time of storms.
Welcome to Sian Ka'an. Today we are going to visit 1.3 million acres of this protected area. We are also going to take a hike into archaeological site, and a trail goes to the jungle, and then we go by boat to visit a small man-made canal, and the natural canal goes all the way to the brackish water to see many different kind of ecosystem. Okay? Let's go.
The Sian Ka'an Reserve contains 9 different ecosystems within its borders. Fairmont Mayakoba, by contrast, is surrounded by 4 ecosystems, 3 naturally occurring and 1 man-made. The 3 are tropical forest, mangrove, and coastal dune. The 4th, the one man-made, is the system of canals and lagoons. This new ecosystem functions naturally and has resulted in better conditions for the other 3. A 5th ecosystem, not specifically part of the hotel, lies just offshore. Beautiful coral reefs, part of the Mesoamerican reef, the largest reef system in the Americas and second largest in the world, is home to a myriad of species, including sea turtles, which nest all along the Quintana Roo coast. As the ancient Maya before them, Fairmont also made use of local materials to build. Rock excavated from the lagoons was used in the construction of pathways, the external walls of each casita, and in the pools and gardens. The architecture itself blends harmoniously into the surroundings through the use of local wood and stone. And inside, room design includes glass walls to take full advantage of natural light to save energy. The master plan of Mayakoba called for a low-density layout, one that offers guests tranquility and privacy. Among the resort's tropical forest ecosystem, a Mayan technique called socolio was adopted to preserve the forest's great biological diversity. This technique employs the concept of forest as garden, blending the landscaping into the natural surrounding. In addition, more than 1,500 trees were rescued and relocated in the landscaping, and only plants native to the Yucatan have been used. More than 10,000 plant species grow in the lush gardens of Fairmont Mayakoba, and many varieties of birds, reptiles, and small mammals call the forest and mangrove ecosystems home. Mexico as a country supports one of the world's great biodiversities, some of which our guests will see today.
This is actually one of the toxic trees, but this is the antidote. You can see it, nature knows.
From a lookout, the natural beauty of the land and of the water and the importance of preserving Sian Ka'an is as evident today as it was when it was home to the ancient Mayan people.
Wow, look at this freshwater sinkhole. Wow. All of them are connected by underground river system. You wanna jump in? Yeah. Okay.
All over the Yucatan Peninsula, cenotes are precious. These sinkholes bring fresh water from large subterranean systems to the surface. When a cenote was unearthed in the construction of the El Camaleon golf course, the championship Greg Norman design course that is part of the Mayakoba property, the design was changed to preserve it. Much effort has been made to ensure that El Camaleon operates in an ecologically sound way. The paspalum grass, for example, can be watered with both fresh and salt water. Embracing the tropical jungles, mangroves, and oceanfront, El Camaleon's environmentally inspired design is a good example of Fairmont's Greening Our Greens program. As a result, the course has been certified by the Audubon Cooperative Sanctuary Program.
Okay guys, welcome to Laguna Muyil.
Laguna Muyil, a large freshwater lagoon, connects the land to the wetland savanna and the mangroves. Seagrass beds and mangrove are crucially important to the overall environment. One of the most fragile ecosystems in the world, the mangroves are often referred to as the Earth's kidneys. They filter all sediment and pollution before the water reaches the sea, which is why at Mayakoba, 129 acres of the property is protected mangrove forest. Additionally, this wetland ecosystem is a critical breeding habitat for a wide variety of wildlife. Centuries ago, this was a checkpoint for trade routes that came through these canals on their way to Muyil. Although the ancient Maya dug these canals as a means of transportation, today they serve a more relaxing purpose. Dip your head just below the surface, and you can almost hear the ancient Maya as they plied these very waters 800 years ago. This unique perspective gives visitors a close-up and personal experience with nature and underlines how important it is to protect and promote this precious biosphere. As in Sian Ka'an, the canals and lagoons that crisscross the Mayakoba property follow the natural circulation of the underground water, creating a completely natural ecosystem. An ecosystem that is shared by the battery-powered launches and a great number of birds, fish, amphibians, and reptiles. Environmental stewardship is important. That's why when sites like Sian Ka'an, a place of extraordinary natural and cultural heritage, work with hoteliers like Fairmont to protect the environment and help the local people, we know we are on the right track.
Cheers. Cheers.
There is no doubt that Fairmont's environmental platform, the Green Partnership Program, which outlines company-wide goals on waste management, energy and water conservation, and environmental and community outreach, gives Fairmont Mayakoba the credibility to partner with groups like the Sian Ka'an community. Their voices speak. They talk of their love for the land. We echo their call to embrace the natural world and the rich past that sets the Riviera Maya apart. Their voices speak, and we hear them.